Well, greetings, Groove Master Academy troopers. It is Cameron. I'm glad you're here. I hope you're glad to be here. I know I'm glad to be here. It is January the 23rd, and on our way to the big studio. And the big studio, we've got a whole bunch of new stuff going on today. I think we've got, me personally, I think I'm starting 3 new classes. A piano class, a guitar class, and ukulele class. Anyway, so as I've said many times, and the more I think about it, the more I mean it, the primary focus of Groove Master Academy is really to spread mental health amongst musicians and artists. And as time goes on, you'll learn more of why that is. But anyway, I was thinking if I could go back and talk to myself at some point talk to my younger self at some point in my life, what point would it be if I could only pick one time? When would that time be? And what would I say? I can think the first time I can remember being uncomfortable in my own skin was, I think it was sometime around 4th grade when things started turning bad and I began to feel as an outcast. And going to a private Christian school, in elementary school, I did not have a lot of choices in friends or points of view. So, it was around 4th grade that I began to feel like an outcast. And part of it, I think part of what caused me a lot of trouble was that I lacked self-awareness. I was a smart mouth, and I didn't mean to be. I don't know, somehow I was so uncomfortable in my skin that I turned off my ability to hear myself. And so I lacked self-awareness, and I think that was part of the problem. Remember clearly another time when I just, there are some moments that jump out that were crystal clear when I just felt desperately uncomfortable in my own skin. One of those times was, I must have been 11 or 12 years old, and the family had taken a big world trip, and at the time, I was right before home video became a thing, and we were shooting Super 8 movies with sound. They were striped with magnetic sound, which was really cool. But, so we had this collection of movies that we brought home, these Super 8 movies, and I was tasked with doing some editing and voiceover on to put a story together, and the editing part was okay, but the voiceover, I just could not the sound of my own voice was just abhorrent to me. I couldn't stand to hear my own voice on the recording. And I just wanted to crawl away and just, I don't know if I just crawl away and be not in that skin. I can remember, when I got to high school and was still in private high school for the first part of 9th grade. And, I remember walking through the doors and seeing those concrete benches. There's something about those concrete benches. And I just hated myself. I was just full of self-loathing. And I didn't know what to do. It was awful. And, this was about when I discovered alcohol. And, it was never a fun... Alcohol was never a fun thing for me. It was just, I was could get out of my skin for a little while. And, eventually got kicked out of private school and went to public school, which, according to my religious family, that was the worst thing that could have happened. Of course, had more options for people to hang with, and I immediately fell in with the wrong crowd, of course. But they had the drugs, and it was about that time that I had an opportunity then to get together with like-minded people and start a band, a metal band. And much to the credit of my evangelical parents, they let us have this band in the garage, and they surely must have thought that we were taken over by demons. My poor evangelical parents, and we're out in the garage, learning Judas Priest and Black Sabbath covers, obsessed with Judas Priest, and then writing our own songs. And I remember my parents once telling me, every song you write is a cry for help. I think maybe it was those tritones. But, that confused me too, because I thought that if I put together a rock band, if I was in a rock band, that would equate into instant popularity or instant recognition. Yeah. It did not do that. I remember one time we got Magnum bumper stickers made, and I thought, well, everyone is just going to clamor to have these Magnum bumper stickers on their car. Well, no one wanted any. And so, back to the point of this essay. At what point, if I could choose, I guess one of those moments that I've mentioned, I could choose one of those and go back and talk to myself, you know, which one would it be and what would I say? I don't know the answer to that. And I thought talking about it out loud would shed some light on the topic. But it hasn't. So, dear Master Academy troopers, I'll have to get back to you on that. Thanks for listening. I'll be back soon, I hope. Bye for now.